normal, pretty normal stuff for both white and black. Now this pin can be kind of dangerous. That's okay. So queen to d2 can double the pawn if the black chooses to exchange the knight, and the two pawns will be in the same row and they will be isolated. So that's one thing that the black can do at some point. And also now it will not happen, however, because the black has castle there, so wouldn't want the rook to be on g1. So seems pretty normal. Now black is attacking the knight, which is pinned, and also attacking the the bishop. Okay, now that's kind of loose for the white has lost some material here with the exchange, and also the difference is more or less the rook against a knight or a bishop. So right now things are back to normal because there was that f7 pawn which was hanging. It seems that the white, no matter what happens, will exchange the bishop to the rook on f7. And it seems that white will be up on material right now. Oops. Okay, that's probably a mouse slip. Oh. So the exchange of the material will probably happen right now, unless there is something else that I don't see in this position. Oh, that's interesting, because right now the knight, the white is probably going to force something on h7. However, in order to do so, we need like the same diagonal. The bishop has to be in the same diagonal to h7. So that's probably not going to happen, because we have the point on d5. Okay. Now things are kind of strange for black, because white can move the rook to e3 and then to h3 at some point. So the threat to checkmate will be in the row to the h row, which is very strong, because I don't see many ways for black to defend that threat. Again, the rook to e3 and then h3. That's the main thing. However, this is a good idea for black, what he's doing right now, because the rook... Okay, so that was forced right now. Pretty equalized. The white has some advantage in material here, and that's why the black does not exchange the queens. So white's plan is to move all these pawns right now. He's much better in terms of material. 2 pawns up, and lots of mobility for both queens. I see that the white is much better in this position, because evidently he has so much material right now. I don't think that there's too much to do if you were black in this position. That's why you see back and forth right now. Probably black is trying to make the white lose one of these 2 points if they forget about the pawns. I'm talking about the pawn in c3 or f2. Again, white tries to exchange the queens right now, which will be in his favor. I'm expecting that black will deny that, which is what happens. But again, I don't see any solid plan for black in this position. The path moving forward for white will be to move the pawns, but it can be kind of okay. That's interesting, because right now, yeah, the queen is kind of not doing much there. Again, you will see that the white is trying to exchange the knight, the queen, and advancing the pawns as much as he can. Now, the queen is very isolated. The black queen is very isolated in the queen side right now. So I don't believe that it's the best approach, what the black is doing. Also gave up a pawn right now. Yeah. Oops, that's over. Yeah, that's done. So I think that White was much better in this. He had much better chances, not only in the final game, but also in the end game, sorry, but also in the middle game as well. I mean, he had a very, very solid attack. Um, might have been something else to do there. I think that White had better chances to end this game like Elion, but I have to check this out again in a bit. So well played for David. Yeah. Oh, new link. So I will stop sharing my screen and open the new link. And share my screen again. You guys can see it? No. You see the game window, right? Okay. So Erwin will have white now. I think that Erwin mostly plays e4. So I expect an interesting game from black right now. His choice of opening might be interesting. Not really sure what his favorite opening is, but Erwin has to play like very aggressively to win this one. So this one is very critical. Anybody hears us, or it's only you, weird guy?
Yeah.
I hear you. Let
All right. It's a third. It's a third link. Okay. Give me a second to find it. All right. Just give me 1 second. And screen window. Okay. You guys see it?
Yep.
All right. Okay. So as expected, Erwin plays e4, and let's see what the choice. Erwin. Ah, the fourth one. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Erwin is white, right? Okay. Do I say it correctly now? That's the last one that I see. The one ending in dy. Is that the one? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'll stop sharing my screen. So challenge directly the opponent. That's what you mean, right? Uh okay. What we can do in the meantime, I can help with stockfish. I can help analyze the game. If we have 5 minutes. Do we have 5 minutes or yeah. Okay. So opening the link. Okay, so they're playing. All right. So I will share my screen again. All right. Okay. Can you see my screen? Okay, that's Italian game. Pretty normal with D3 for white and black. I don't see anything much happening here. All right. So let's see. Uh F4. Yeah. So the white plays aggressively, but at the same time, black defends because he has a better pawn structure in the center. Right now, aggressively saying, but F4 was kind of aggressive here. Now the exchange of queens will probably equalize the game. Um, White has a slight advantage, I believe, because there is this point in E4 right now, which is isolated. That's why Black tries to defend it, or like be proactive in defending it, because right now that will be the center of White's game. Tries to attack that. So we have two knights, one rook, and attacking this pawn. Now, probably there will be an exchange there. All right. So it seems that black is trying to defend the pawn with the knight and the rook. At the same time, the white is attacking the pawn with a knight and a rook. It needs an extra piece in order to do that. So that's why you see black advancing to e3, the rook to e3. It means that they would like to have like a rook in e1, the second rook in e1. And that's why you see black playing that rook in d7, d8, sorry, in order to force, to prevent the bishop from going to d2 and then make the advancement there. Allow the rook to the second rook to be in e1. That was the main idea. Right now the pawn is defended. We have like one bishop, one knight, one rook, and the white. I don't see many good ideas in order to attack the pawn. It seems that black's plan is working right now. There is also a different idea, if needed, to advance the rook from e8 to d4 in order to protect that piece. Okay, so there's a slight change of plans here. That exchange would probably won't do much. In general, in Italian game, the white has like a very, very good bishop. That white bishop, which now is in b3. So, and now you see that white is trying to exchange his bad bishop, the black bishop in e3, with a good knight. So that's why he allows that to happen there. However, I see that there is a slight problem with the mobility that has black in the queen side, because I mean the rook and the knight, the rook and the bishop don't do much in there. Okay, so what's that? Yeah. So black, I see that now has a better position, because exactly this was the issue with the white's bishop going over there. He was protecting, that bishop was protecting the square in d2. So right now it's an issue for white, because he has a much better rook. It's very critical to have rooks in that in column number 2. So it's row number 2, and that's it. That's a checkmate. Yeah,
Black had a pretty great position at the end. It's like
yeah.
I think white could have fought back in between, but it's like there were few moments where there could have been a fight back. Like instead of exchanging the bishop, he could have used the bishop to attack the rook on what's that file? E file, right? What do you think?
We can analyze it. Let's double check what's going on here. So for everybody of you that are watching right now, what you can do is just click on analyze, and then let Stockfish do the job for you. And what you can do is just start the game all over, and you will see this will be how Stockfish analyzes this position. So what I generally try to do, so this is pretty simple Italian game. I try to see when I see a dramatic change over here, this signifies a mistake. So this is pretty normal. That's why